Well, back again is this Dressmaker Space Saver 100. I super glued these tabs back in so that the front cover can go back on it. While I had it open, I did check everything and lubricate everything. So the tricky part about this is going to be the reverse lever springs up higher than the hole that it pops through. So there. Reach into it with a... Oh, okay, that's where I'm running into issues. Alright. Oh, and I noticed a spot. This tab under this thread guide here, that seems to have broken and I didn't notice it. So I'm going to have to stop and super glue that in place before I put this lid on. Or rather, after I put this lid on, I think I can put a dab of super glue on it. But the issue, turn this so that take-up arm is out of the way, and then slip the top over the selector knob here. And now, with all that, I'm reaching in through the... I reached in through the plug hole when the cabinet or when the case was up, and that allowed me to push the reverse lever down into place. So now that that's done, I can grab the screws here. This hole. Right. Yeah. That hole, but it's too deep for my one screwdriver, so we'll... Well, okay, I guess that sort of feels like it's on there. And then there's this foot on the front of the machine. And that also, the screw here that clamps this foot on the front of the machine also helps hold the case on the front. And then there's the very long screw here that came out of the top. And once we have all that on, The next thing with this machine, put our dab of super glue on this crack here. I don't think that this interacts with the thread, but it does help hold this thread guide back, because it looks like the machine threads through here down the tensioner this side and then up kind of backwards into the take-up arm. It didn't have a pedal with it, so I got this cord, which doesn't have a pedal on the end, but I've got a spare pedal off of a Singer. So I'm gonna pop that on the end of this cord, and so this very cheap sewing machine will have a Singer control pedal on it, and that will be just the way that it works. So for this style of pedal, there's a single retaining screw underneath, and depending on the era that they were making this design of pedal, that screw is either screwed into an insert or directly into the plastic of the top of the pedal. And this is screwed into an insert, and the insert is rotating in there. So reach in there with something to grip the insert, and now this will come the rest of the way out. Okay, I have to grab in there on that insert, so we'll be back when I have that open. Alright, so that brown one, the insert is loose in that brown one, so I couldn't get a grip on it because it's a brass insert with a steel screw in it. This one, the screw unscrewed just fine. So we're gonna put this one in. Where's that? There's a press down retainer that's not tight on this one, so I'm like trying to push this retaining screw down. Well, that's not getting any better on there, but anyhow, yeah. Oh, and there are not screw terminals in this. Well, I was hoping this would have screw terminals in it, because this has forks for screw terminals. Alright, I'm going to go fish around in my pedal pile and see what I come up with. Alright, we've resorted to the not so pretty fix of doing a stub connection with the heat shrink tubing on it, because even if I get the tabs off the inside, this molded strain relief piece would come out, and then the wires would just be hanging out the side of the Singer pedal. So I have these tinned, so I just have to heat them and touch them until they solder together, and then slip our heat shrink on the hot joint. And if I do that, I'll be able to there. Alright, and now there. Alright. Heat shrink is on there. Call that. Now we can plug this in and give it a start testing it. Oh, all right. There was no cord with this machine. We got it. It fell on the ground. We got it set up so the case goes back together, and now runs. I think this pedal is probably a bit worn out, so I'll have to open it and adjust it, but let's and did this, that dab of super glue that I put on there still needs to yeah, that dab of super glue still needs to set, so I better not test this right away. We'll wait for that super glue to go. Alright.